just, well, we're going to wait it out just a little more to see if the rain gods are going to be in our favor. But with that said, we're going to do our closing plenary. Thank you, Leon. So we are happy to have great artists here. So I introduce, I like to ask Lysa Raptor from Trade 2030 to start the art program. All right, everyone, can you hear me? You hear me? Are you guys ready for some performances? Lysa Russell, I'm an Emmy Award-winning filmmaker and a founder of Spirit 2030. We are here with an incredible artist delegation. We have, raise your hand to stand up if you're part of our artist delegation. We have filmmakers, we have hip-hop artists, we have dancers, we have all sorts of incredible people, and we're here to align with you guys and actually really fight for credibility in this space. Because a lot of times when you see artists, we're used as entertainers only, but we're also creative thinkers and problem solvers. And therefore, we want to be with you in this to achieve the SDGs. I have a call to action, 3 calls to action for you all who believe in the power of arts and culture in order for us to create a more sustainable, just, inclusive world. 1, I want you to help us advocate to become an official major group and other stakeholders. This is 1. We want to have representation. 2, I want you to understand the way we process information, the way we get inspired might be a little bit different than you guys. Artists may not go to a conference, but we might put on a festival or an open mic, okay? We may not read reports, but we may make a song or a poem. And we would love to align with you guys because I think that what we do and what you guys are attempting to do is parallel. We speak different languages, but we have parallel conversations. So there's a great saying, it's a quote that I love, and that is, the role of the artist is to make the revolution irresistible. We are in need of a creative revolution. What we've been doing hasn't always been working, and artists have not been involved in this conversation in a really credible way. We need representation. And so please introduce yourself to our artist delegation, get to know us. Create 2030 is again the name of our network. We would love to work with you. And with that said, are you ready to see the performances? All right, so put your hands together and give it up for Classic.
incredible, incredible. I want to take you guys on a journey. I want to take you guys on a little trip. You want to go on a trip with me? You guys like words? You guys like numbers, letters? I've released my tears through words, nouns, adjectives, and verbs. Someone somewhere smoking herbs looked at me and is on the curb. Drunk and high, he's lost his mind. Maybe not, he could be fine. Probably found a place to rest and deal with self at its best. Let us stop these judging thoughts. That is how the truth is lost. Just accept it as it is. You don't like it? Give your ribs. Make a change for these kids so they have a place to live in peace and live it free. When I'm gone, they will be me. Feel so deep that in my sleep, emotions rise and touch my cheeks. Shift and shake to make some space. I am here without a face. Lighting up inside of you. Me and you, it should be two. But nowhere one, I've just begun. My eyes can't see. I know I am more than three. Less than four, no pain, no more. Walking up to heaven's door. That is not just the shore. Something more like a spore. Bursting out into a hive. Then contracting into five. So switch to split the number 6. In their mind is playing tricks. Fraternal twins like kiss and kin. No, they're just a friend. The sacred 7 extends from heaven. The letter G, so stuck there free. Drifting to eternity. The number 8 controlling me. Not confined, but sometimes blind. These are all you know I'm fine. Trying to catch a glimpse of time, but all I see is 999. That's my age at 27. If you can't see, I came from heaven. Possibly you don't agree. Your eyes are open, but you can't see. But because I love you so, I will not even go anywhere until I'm through. In your mind, I'm turning blue. 1 plus 0 equals 10. Now go back and start again. Now go back and start again. Now go back and start again to a time when we were all friends, when we were united under heaven, when we were together to ensure the living, had everything we needed. We didn't have to beg and pleading. We just smiled and we was greeted with love, peace, and harmony. We remembered that we were family. So let's get back to that time. Please, I love you. Promise, we'll all be fine. Peace. We're going to bring in, because we're artists, and now we're going to speak for the artists. Artists. Where's my fellow artist? Where is she at? I don't see her. Pull up, and drop that thing. How you drop that thing? Let's go. Give it up to Sugar Ray.
You know what I mean? Have some respect when somebody's on the mic, because I see a lot of people talking when people are like performing and stuff. So I have a piece to share with y'all today. It's called We the Artists, and it's about artists' rights. It's probably been done like 20 times over because we had to get it right. We had to get it in the right language. When I say we, I mean Lysa Russell. We worked on it for a really long time to speak on artists' rights and the fact that we deserve to have a seat at the table to make decisions and policy making in the arts and culture sector at the UN. So she's killing it with that. She's giving us artists spaces to be in like this. So we appreciate you being here and listening and rocking with us. So, my name is Nesma Titi. I'm a hip hop artist, entrepreneur, sustainable fashion designer, and I also love the rock independent sustainable fashion, and I make natural perfume. So, Renaissance woman. So, you guys smell good. So, we the artists gather to address representation. We deserve to contribute to decisions and policy making. We're the future of humanity, yet often exploited. We are art and culture, bringing to light what's avoided. Our intellectual property is constantly violated, tokenized in our creative economy and isolated. To all the art organizations, we demand clarity, accountability, transparency, and solidarity. We should drive the train. The possibilities no limit. Bring an unwavering dedication and consciousness because we live it. And speak to the oppressed, nobody left without a place. Enlighten and bring awareness through all that we create. We have tools, techniques, and expansive reach. And to lead creative campaigns is our expertise. Elevating ground up to the General Assembly. Turn the sound up. We're what's missing in room 50. Culture as a weapon, we're the culprit. Honoring our voices with the power of the pulpit. Enhancing the world, the sculpture out of time, a painting, a ballad, positive exposure to the mind. We bring the truth to the people, we're serving food to the people, step in the booth and get lethal. We want justice and peace, want to be up on our feet and bring the love to the streets. Protect our future legacies. Crash the Berlin knot, remove inequities. We need unity to thrive. Musically, we're alive. Look how beautifully we thrive. Clean water, the love language. No reason anyone should be in poverty or anguish. Zero hunger is the goal. Gender equality for that economic growth. Life on land and life below the water. Affordable clean energy for all our sons and daughters. Good health and well-being. Quality education. Hands up if you're agreeing. No, okay, hands up if you're agreeing, all right? We the artists embody all nations. Working 24/7, we got a fee and you gonna pay it. Transformation irresistible with a mic and a float. We present to you what's bridgeable, design in the code. Climate action on the radar, innovating responsibly. We've already had a late start. The solutions exist, we gotta demonstrate them. Teach the community and persist with no hesitation. One fist in the air to flip the system. Pass the UN gavel, we don't miss, we're in position. And you know, we keep it sustainable. By the year 2030, the plan of action is attainable. And that is if we make drastic measures and really work hard. And I just want to say actually two things. One, keep that same clean energy. Keep that same green energy. Represent the message. And the other, like the woman who was up here saying, like, I feel like we have these like big plans and stuff. And I feel like we ignore the little things in life that really matter, like picking up our trash, like, and stuff like that, leaving our trash around here. Like, that don't look good for people who are like trying to save the earth. You know what I'm saying? So we should start in the little ways, the ways that we live daily, and the mannerisms that we have, because that is really what transcends. So thank you so much. Once again, I'm Nesma Nefertiti, and we bringing classics up here again.
Oh, no, I just wanted to, if y'all could sing with me real quick, because when I think about artists, when I think about just this whole movement, sustainable development goals, of bringing the world together, I think about one of my heroes. He's no longer living. You all might know him. He goes by the name Michael Jackson. And at 7 years old, he dropped a song called Heal the World, and that inspired my mission in life. I have a tattoo on my hand called World Healer. So I want y'all to sing with me real quick, real short, right? It goes something like this. Heal the world. Come on, let's go. Make it a better place. Let's go. For you and for me and the entire human race, there are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better world for you and for me. You and for me. You and for me. Right? I just wanted to give that man pass it to the brother back. Let's go. Hello, everyone. Classic back here. So, for the ones that was asking about Instagram, you can find me on Instagram at classic, spelled with the K, KLASSICCARELLA, and I should pop up, Classic Corella Official. So, you know, if you want to get in touch with me, of course, with Lysa Luster, and yeah, just help anywhere that we need it. Boom. Oh, so let me break it down to you. All right. So my Instagram is KLASS. Again, here we go again. It's the K, the L, the ASS. I, and then the Q, second, Q-A-R-L-L-A. Long, okay? You like that? You like that? My debut, bro, debut. Okay, I was gonna ask if Nesma could, is it time? Oh, well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching us. And we appreciate you, we love you, and thank you for much love. So after this great art, it's not working yet. So after this great art, some bit more going stuff. So this Global People's Assembly is going to end soon. We have the declaration. It's here on the table. So basically, we printed it to bring it into the UN. So if you are going tomorrow into the SDG summit, please take copies and give it to government. So we also send it by email. You please continue to do that. Also continue to tweet. You can also take, of course, the printout for yourself if you want. So for me, the most important of this Global People's Assembly is actually to bring all of us together, to have a united voice. And we saw with the declaration, it's not easy. We don't have the same opinion for everything. But we managed to have this agreement on these 4 central points: economic and financial justice, climate and environmental justice, social justice and gender equality, and civil society, human rights, and the UN. As we agreed on these central points, you'll find more details here. And I really hope we can bring this, we can work together in future. And this, we will have some inputs now on how inputs or ideas, how to bring this further. So we have some great speakers here, but before that, I want to do what I have to do, and I'm happy actually to do that. Carla, can you show the co-organizers? So we had really 12 very good sessions. I have been in all the sessions, and there were really good inputs. There were good discussions, all the content, and each year I'm again surprised how about the quality. But again, I also want to mention the last time that we brought this input also from all over the world, from the 40 countries with the People's Assembly, from the regional assembly. So what Marie has mentioned just before, we have this bottom-up process. We further work on it. So this is just bringing it together here to the UN. So, and this is only possible with all these co-organizers. So we have the 64 co-organizers. You can see them here. These are, yeah, now 64, too many to mention each of them, but you can see on the website. I want especially to thank the co-organizers who helped to finance this. So the Women's Nature Group, then Action for Sustainable Development. We have funding from Oxfam, from Women Engaged for a Common Future, from Save the Children, from Together 2030, from Amnesty International, from Greenpeace, from the Civil Society FSD mechanism, from the Rosa Luxemburg Foundation here in New York, from the Heinrich Böll Foundation in Washington DC, then from the rest of the world in Germany. Also, not a co-organizer, but we got also support from the UNFD Action Campaign. And okay, I'm going to eat. and of course, also as DKT contributed. So thanks to this funding support. That's one important element. But of course, there were many people who were very active, so it's not only the funding. So therefore, I want now to ask you, Gardner, from the Nature Groups of Children and Youth, to say some final words about the People's Assembly and maybe also some inspiring words for the future.
Thank you very much, Ingo. I'm not sure if I can match really the energy and also depth of really the people that were the community that was presenting just before me. So there's no power like the power of the people. Say what? Good. Good to see we have some organizers here. So thank you very much for the floor. I'm Ratna, and together with my colleague Simon, right here regarding we serve as an organizing partner, OP for the major group for children and youth. And I like to describe MUCY as a movement itself. It's a constituency that a lot of us like to describe it as a movement of young people. So it serves as a universal and equitable platform that engages young people in various UN processes, from resilience and humanitarian affairs to several processes with membership of over 10,000 youth-led groups and organizations. And our coordination team brings together different mechanisms in the UN system, the focal point. But I'm not here to talk about that. What I'm here to talk about really is that we, first of all, congratulate the GCAP and all the partners, whether they are recognized on that list or not recognized on that list, for coming together and putting this assembly and making this assembly a really big success. We have demonstrated that power is truly with the people. This is our agenda, and we're here to ensure that it is delivered. So, as we move forward, we have following reflections and recommendations. Institutionalize the People's Assembly, blah, 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 but we do not need more institutions. We need more movements. So our recommendation is make the People's Assembly next year even bigger, even more, bring more groups, bring Black Lives Matter campaigns to this, bring groups that are not in this room, and make this into an ever-growing, bigger and bigger movement. We do not need more institutions. The one across the street has done enough to harm people and help people in its own way. So we do not need more institutionalized frameworks. Let's grow the movement. The second point that we want to mention is that we have really appreciated this space as a transformative intergenerational space. Many young people have participated at the assembly, and UCY has also co-led the declaration drafting process alongside Women's Major Group, and we've also supported, UC Moto is one of our youth that is running around taking interviews, and we had another youth yesterday, and there are many young volunteers that have supported this assembly and making this assembly a success, and we are really committed to doing this for the next year and the years beyond as well. We want this space to grow as the space where people come and people speak honest, unfettered, and speaking truth to power. We also want to ensure that we bring more voices, movements, and collectivists to this space. This is their agenda. This is the agenda of the people. And we have shown that we will not be controlled, we will not be coerced, we will not be tokenized, and we will definitely not be silenced. I want to end on two notes. First, we would like to invite you to a youth preparatory meeting for Summit of the Future, which we intend to be actually an intergenerational space at the UNFCA's approach. If you want to join and let us know how we can make this more diverse. Having said that, so Ingo, People's Assembly this year was an SDG Summit. We call upon all partners of this assembly to convene the next People's Assembly early in the year, probably around the 30th or even before, for Summit of the Future. Let real people be represented in some of these discussions. Now I'm going to conclude with three key sentences. While we're constantly seeing approaches to disregard self-organized participation of civil society, just over the weekend, some groups pretended to convene a civil society session without actual real involvement of any civil society networks. I will not name them. I've seen UN enough not to name and same people, but I would call out what is not meaningful. But I must tell you, civil society and young people are here to stay. people are here to stay. Those from grassroots, those that are fighting on the grassroots, they do not need private foundations or coalitions to channel their engagement in the UN. We need direct and equitable representation and engagement of people from the ground to the UN. This is a fight being led by people power. I said that at NCF and I'll say it again. Those on the streets, this is a fight being led by people power. And those on the streets of Ladakh and Kiribati are going to fight the mansions in the city. And I say city. My brothers and sisters that come from upstate, that come from New Jersey would know the city does not speak for everybody. And this is not a comment for New York City groups. We do not speak for them. We do not speak for people and our brothers and sisters and animal relatives that are in different parts of the world. We are on Turtle Island, the land of Lenape people, and I'll end with the chant that we have started as the youth chant for this UNGA. Land back, youth back, rights back. Thank you.
Thank you, Yogatna. Very, very good, great cooperation. Another round of very important thanks to all the volunteers who helped, to the interpreters. Most of us have probably not listened to them, but that's really a great work. And to the technical team, to Fatuma, to Jainabu, and also to Carla, who organized it in a wonderful way. And also to Rose Epanan, who is in Vienna at the moment, who coordinated the program and also had this technical online work. So I think she deserves a big clap. So now I would like to ask Lysa John, the Secretary General of CIVICUS, to come here. I don't see Lysa. Okay. So Lysa was a coordinator of Ananatoro Abhijan in India, the GCAT India. She was the director of GCAT Global, and she is the Secretary General of CIVICUS. And I'm happy to have you here, and looking forward to hear you some inspirational words about how we take this forward.
I'm tired enough to do a Bollywood dance to you now, but I'll do that later. I don't think there's anything I can say that hasn't already been said, so I'm really not going to repeat that all over again. I usually try to ensure there's at least a slogan or a song or some kind of physical activity when I'm interacting with the group, but we've already done that, so I don't want to repeat that again. Maybe I'll just say two things that have already been said. One, during the pandemic, CIVICUS did a study along with the affiliated network of national associations, Agnes, on what civil society actually needs to be fully empowered, fully resourced, and fully able to actually do the work that they do. There were 6 things that emerged. I'll tell you 3. One is recognition. So we really need to find the allies who talk about the work we do, who talk about the impact we make, who are not other civil society organizations, but people in the media, people in government. There are people like that who exist. We just need to hold them closer and be much more conscious about building those linkages. We also do a state of civil society report, which we've done annually for the last 12 years. The single most important factor of civil society's success has been partnership. We're never able to do what we do alone. It's because of the friends we make, the allies we make, the ability to draw everybody who believes in human rights and social justice, no matter where they are in the world, together. That's what gives us the strength that we bring to the world. So that's the first. The second is resourcing. And there are 2 sides to this story. One is more equitable resourcing within civil society itself. We know that youth-led organizations led by women, especially and organizations led by people of color, receive far less resources than other organizations in the world. So there's something we need to shift internally. But beyond that, we also know that
with all of the kind of inequality stats that we heard, yesterday as well, there's a heavy concentration of wealth. The biggest problem in the world now is not extreme poverty, it's extreme wealth. And I think challenging that, really making resources come to where they need to be, is something that we need to desperately engage with. I know that as somebody who works in civic space and somebody who's worked on other issues in the past, I've not paid as much attention to issues of economic justice. None of us will be relevant if we don't pay attention to that anymore. Economic triggers are the #1 factor for mass protests all across the world. So it's something that we really need to embrace. And the third is really putting our mind to dreaming up the impossible, which is long-term pathways or strategies for our legitimacy and our existence. Everywhere around the world, civil society is an extinct species. People are blatantly demolishing the structures, the platforms, the forums that we have taken for granted have allowed us to start. Last generation that knows civil society as it exists today. There's less than 3 out of 10 people in the world currently enjoy open access to civic freedom. Everybody else, 85% of the world's population lives in highly restricted contexts where you can be arrested or even killed for just expressing dissent. I think we really have a civic space emergency on our hands, and I'm not just saying it as a slogan. None of us beyond our generation, and we're all of different ages here, but we're walking into a world after 2030, the only thing that's guaranteed is the inability for civil society to participate at the national and global level. And I think we really need to embrace that extremely seriously. The next People's Assembly is not a celebration. It has to be a war-footing kind of, and I'm sorry to use a militaristic language, but it needs to be a really a compelling case for why civil society and civic action must exist. And I think the stimulus is calling for 500 billion, but we need billions of people actually. That's our resource, that's our capital. The social capital we have, that's what we need to bring here. And I would love to have a people's assembly that's actually outdoors, not in a closed room, not in a room that's far away from the publics of New York. So maybe in a university or somewhere else, and that would be fantastic too.
Thank you for this idea. So I think we will take them up. Now we have another civil society voice fighting for human rights. Agnes Callamard from the Secretary General from Amnesty International this year. Welcome.
Hi, everyone. It's a pleasure and it's an honor to be joining you for this last session. My colleagues and I from Amnesty International are deeply proud to be part of the Global People's Assembly and to be supporting it. I was asked to do a few words at the end. I feel a little bit embarrassed because you guys have worked relentlessly for 2 days, and the last thing you need is me giving you a few more words. But anyway, I wanted to share some thoughts that I have had over the last few months, observing the state of the world and the state of global leadership or lack of. And I think it goes without saying that we are confronting an extraordinarily difficult environment. And when I speak with my colleagues at Amnesty International, I speak of an abyss. I think the world is coming closer to the abyss, much closer than I've ever thought we should see. And when looking at where we are, the other observation is how poor global leadership is to avoid the world falling into the abyss. In fact, it's not that it's poor in avoiding falling into the abyss. It seems to be moving us into the abyss. You all know what's happening around climate, around inequality, around greed, around human rights. I know nothing is always a straightforward line, but right now we've made U-turns, complete U-turns. And the indicators collected are here to show us that this is a U-turn. So what does that mean? I think civil society has an historical role to play. And we've already heard about it right now, but we cannot count on government right now. We simply cannot count on them to avoid falling into the abyss. And firstly, when we fall into the abyss, many of those who are currently running the world would have built protection for themselves, guarded communities somewhere maybe and on this planet. So we cannot count on them to avoid the world falling into the abyss. Civil society have an historical role to play. We need to bridge into a renewed resistance to the onslaught against human rights, into a renewed offensive that helps establish leadership and systems fit for protection of our planet and for the people against all that plagues us. Given what's happening, we may be tempted to conceptualize what we have to do as resistance. We must resist the onslaught. We must resist what they are doing. And I said, yes, of course, resistance is important. But it's not enough. There needs to be more ways of responding to what's happening than resisting it. And I can see that already. And I know you've spent the last 2 days, in fact, doing more than resistance. We need to go on the offensive. We need to be disruptive. We need to rebel. And indeed, we may need to revolt. And I say that as someone who never really thinks that anger is a good source of strategies and action. So I'm not saying we need to do that in a way of expressing our anger. We need to translate our anger into a well thought out rebel movement, revolt, because otherwise we're going to be hit, we're going to be harmed, we're going to be killed. So anger, yes, but let's not make it wonderful. Let's earn our anger. Let's construct it. Let's make it harmful for the other, not for us. So I'm talking about disruption. I'm talking about rebellion. I'm talking about revolt. Because I do think this is what is required right now. Because it's not enough to resist. We need to push back and push back and push back, because otherwise we're not gonna win. So within Amnesty International, it's not a radical movement, others or but we have come to the realization that resisting the violations against human rights are not enough, and that we need to get into disruption. We need to get into civil disobedience. So a movement like mine, which is, a middle class kind of movement, has come to that realization. It means that these are alive for all of you who have been much more, who have seen the signs much earlier than we did. Disruption, rebellion, that needs to be one of our tools. And you can do it in many ways. But we cannot just resist the reconstruction of the global system. We need to disrupt the reconstruction that is being put forward right now, predicated on greed, predicated on inequality, predicated on our financing. We've already heard, everywhere in the world, the space for civic space is shrinking. Everywhere, including here. So that is not just about resistance. We must disrupt. We must disrupt the reconstruction and the rewriting of the history. In some parts of the world, colonialism has become a good thing. My own country, some of the leaders in my own country are rewriting the history of colonialism. Look at COVID. COVID was a catastrophe for people, for the disadvantaged people, for global governance. It was a moment where greed took over. The Western world had the capacity to provide vaccine to everyone, and they did not. They rather had them spoiled than spare them. That was bad enough. Guess what? Right now they are rewriting the history of COVID by telling us in big meetings that I have attended, our handling of COVID was the biggest success ever. Rewriting of COVID history, okay? That cannot just be resisted. We need to disrupt it. And then once we disrupt it and then we need to transform. And that's the biggest thing. How do we transform? Because we cannot just be pushing back or disrupting. We also need to have ideas. We need to reimagine and reinvent. And that's why I love the People's Assembly, because it's not just about resisting, it's not just about disrupting, but it's about transforming. It's about reimagining the world we want for ourselves, for our children and grandchildren. Resist, disrupt, and transform. Thank you.
Yes, I think that's really powerful. I have to admit, to say it personally, that I have a small daughter, 2.5 years, and I'm generally a very optimistic person. So, and she's also very happy. But I have to admit that I have sometimes thought, what is happening with this world? With the climate change, with the civic space. I mean, I live in France, even there. But yeah, what is happening around the world, even with the extreme inequalities? In what kind of world will we live in 30, 40, 50 years? But yeah, so I like this order. I think that's definitely needed, but into the destructive civil disobedience, that's also something that we did already in the past, but somehow partly we lost it maybe, this ability, but we need to have a repair movement, so I like this wording, and I think maybe as Lisa said, this is not the real environment for that. Yeah, so let's build this together, also to transform, of course. I think there are many ideas in this People's Assembly here and around the world. So we have the last input, and yeah, Martin, the head of Social Children Organization working for children and their rights, and maybe just to mention that also Social Children organized assemblies of children. Maybe we can hear a bit of the, yeah, what comes from the children here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So it is incredibly challenging to be the last speaker in a 2 days amazing, conversation that you've had. So thank you for bearing with me. Thank you for being here. I think as many before me have said, this is the time in history where we need to step up. This is the time of history where there is a need for strong voices protecting human rights, and in my case, standing up for children's rights. I don't think I can emphasize enough, and I know that you spent hours discussing this over the last 2 days, just saying what a crisis we are in globally. And I think many of us who have been around and been working in the civil society for years, 10 years ago, we were actually seeing a lot of very positive progress. We were seeing a world that was transforming into something more positive. But I think many people, like you just said, today, fear that the future that they are able to create for their children is worse than the situation they have themselves. And I think that is actually the first time in history that that is happening. So we have a massive crisis where we all need to step up. But I also want to talk about this being global, and I think it's so powerful to have the global People's Assembly. Many of us live and work and operate in countries where you can actually do the rebellions, where you can revolt, and let's do that where it's possible. But there's so many people that don't have that luxury. I was in Afghanistan not long ago, and doing a rebellion in Afghanistan is actually, as a woman, to go to work. So I think we also need to think about the global dimension. We all have different contexts, and we don't all have the luxury to engage and be involved in the same way. And I think we, the ones who have a platform where we can speak out, where we can voice out, where we can be the disruptors, we also need to show a lot of solidarity with the people who cannot. So I really want that into the conversation. I think it's also, as people said before me, it would be amazing to have this global People's Assembly, a bigger assembly. But one of the things I've learned when engaging with child participation, which is one of the things that we do as the children, is that people cannot participate in the same way. So I think it's also important to think about how do you create a space that is inclusive, where more people can contribute, so that we're hearing truly global voices. And I know that you have had a number of youth representatives here during the 2 days. I'm sure giving amazing speeches, being inspirational, and that we all learn from them. But one of the areas where we're all struggling is to have children. And I'm not talking about 17-year-olds, 16-year-olds. I mean, we want them too. But we rarely have the voices of the 5, 6, 7, 9-year-olds, and they matter too. So one of the things that I think we need to think about collectively is how do we create a space where children can participate on equal terms? And yes, as you heard, yesterday we brought together the first child assembly ever. We brought together, and this was a virtual meeting, and that was the only way to bring them together. They come from 12 different countries, and we asked them, what are the key messages that you want to share with this group? What are the key messages that you want us to bring to the UN? And of course, there was a very rich conversation, but there were 3 areas that they absolutely agreed were the key ones for them. And I think we all need to take them on board and think about it. The climate crisis is a child rights crisis. That was the main message. We're also talking about the increasing inequalities that we heard others talking about before. They are seeing it in every single country that the gap between the ones who have and the ones who haven't are increasing, and also the impact it has on their lives. They want peace. The number of conflicts in the world is increasing dramatically. So the Children is an organization that are responding in humanitarian situations. And our response, if we look at between the years, I mean, it is increasing dramatically. And so the world is absolutely desperate for peace. Children are desperate for peace. And that is also something where we need to think about as a global People's Assembly. How can we contribute? And I'm sure some of you come from countries where you're a part of the peace process or have been in the past, but this is something that is really important. And the thinking space, I mean, people have said it before me. I think we need to be much smarter in how we engage. I think civil society has always been a strong voice, and I think we need to become even stronger. But I don't think we will be more successful by trying to do the same thing in the same way. And that will not bring any change. And I don't know exactly what new ways of working are. It also differs from country to country. But one of the things I think we need to do is to, of course, build on our the uniqueness of civil society, the uniqueness of the grassroots movement. But I also think that we need to be very open to allies. There are allies in places where we don't expect them to be. So yes, sometimes we need to be disruptive, sometimes we need to be the truth tellers, but we also need to think about how do we advance our agenda? How do we partner with the people who want to be part of the positive change and bring them on board rather than sitting outside and screaming in? Because that is not how we change the world. And of course, I mean, we're all here because we believe in a better world. We probably all of us believe that the SDGs is the best roadmap we currently have to change. But we need accelerated action. And just a final few words for me. I think being representing one of the bigger child rights organizations, and we are not working for children, we're working with children, and I think that's a really important distinction. I don't think you can do anything without including the people that you're working with. So representation, and I'm not talking about tokenism, I'm not talking about inviting people to a meeting and then say thank you and bye. I think all of us need to think about how are we relevant for the people where we work. And in my case, it is how am I relevant when it comes to advancing children's rights globally. And I think I can only achieve that by doing it with them. And they need to tell me how they will do, how they want to participate. Because I'm not a teenager anymore, I'm not a child. So what I think works is not necessarily what works. We don't have the political will today to accept that children have unique human rights, the Child Rights Convention. We don't have the political will to have them participate. So we need to really fight for that will to partner with those that are champions, the ones who actually want to make a change and make that happen. We need to ensure that we have inclusive spaces. And I think and I also say this when I meet different leaders from UN agencies, when I meet representatives of member states, but I think it's as important for us. Are we in a inclusive space? Can everyone participate fully? And I think that's a challenge that we just need to ensure that we continue to work with. And yes, money matters. And of course, we need to have more investment in this space advancing human rights in all the countries around the world, and we need more money to be allocated to civil society, because without civil society, we will not achieve the SDGs. We will not be able to create a greener, fairer world. So thank you all for being here, and thank you for partnering all of us together to make this change happen. Thank you. It's working? Yes. Okay. Good. So we're coming to an end, and we have the highlight at the end. So, if somebody said we didn't have somebody from the environment movement and the climate movement just now, but we had of course before, and we have different speakers, and
some different movements in our stance, in our legislation here. So we have, of course, we have the women's network groups, the colleagues did a lot for this Speakers Assembly. So we have others like the Great Pampa. So we cannot have everybody in all the sessions. So but I think it's great to do together. So I would like to ask Liam to facilitate the stance. I'm really happy to have you. Liam is such a great mobilizer. Okay, everyone, yes, we finally made it. Make some noise, give yourself a round of applause. I know a lot of us are tired, exhausted. Some of us are still jet lagged. So hopefully we get some, good movement out there and we get some good food and maybe some drinks and, rest up. But before we talk about the logistics, I think I said you got decided that kind of goes, "Ain't no power like the power of the people," and you say, "Because the power of the people don't stop." Okay? Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Ain't no power like the power of the people. So what? Ain't no power like the power of the people. So what? Ain't no power like the power of the people. So what? Ain't no power like the power of the people. Cool. Okay, everyone. So as you all can tell, it's raining, and we don't want to subject you all to come back to 26. And so, we're going to just do our action in here. We have some amazing speakers that hopefully are going to fire it up. And so it feels like we're outside, and we're going to have MCs, new MCs, hopefully other folks that you haven't heard yet on the microphone, run through a program. And then after that, we did talk to the Secret Service. So as much as I hate the state and getting approval, we want to make sure that everyone is safe, right? And so, exactly, if you all know what that means. But what we're gonna do after our little programming here, we're gonna go up right here in this balcony real quick in front of the UN with all the flags just to do a picture together, because we're not gonna be able to do like a standing picture when we go outside. And so the original plan was to march to Dog Hammarskjöld, have the program there, but because it's raining, we're gonna do the programming here, go to the balcony, take a picture, and then from there, everyone grab their stuff, and we're gonna exit together in a little march. And so, it's a way to kind of try to compensate with the rain. And so what we're gonna do is when we get out to the Church Center, we're gonna turn right into this corner on First Ave, cross the street to the hotel, and then walk up so that we're all exiting on the street. Does that make sense? And just so other things, when we exit out, we're gonna do a formation where it's gonna be 4 people per line. So look around, make sure you count the 4 people you're gonna be marching with, because we're gonna be marching by 4s, okay? And then we're gonna kind of walk slowly so that we can still chant outside so that the UN can still hear us. But at the same time, we can also have our placards, our posters that people made. If you have your banners, do it. And then we're gonna slowly march out of this 45th Street. Is this 45th? Yes. Cool. Does anyone have any questions? 44. Okay. Cool. So maybe we'll do like a 10-minute bio break. Everyone go get to the bathroom, get your stuff wrapped up, and then we're gonna come back here for our social action. Thanks, everyone.